Hey, it's Amy Scott Grant. They call me the spiritual ass kicker. Great to see you back here. I got kind of an interesting concept for you to try on today, okay? What if you were to think of your words as or what if you were to think of your mouth as a 3D printer? What? I know it seems kind of crazy, but this struck me the other day as like, wow, there's so much truth in this, is that because I'm like personally fascinated with 3D printers, have been ever since I first heard about them. The fact that they can print like a limb for a person that's lost a limb, mind blown, right? Well, and hopefully this is going to blow your mind too. So I've talked about this before, but not lately. So it bears repeating. Your words are creations, okay? Every time you open your mouth, you're creating something. So think about your mouth like a 3D printer, right? And so everything that comes out of it is what you are actually creating. And the message or the lesson here is to be very mindful of your language. Now, you don't have to be like obnoxious about this, right? I'm not saying you have to be the language police. And for Pete's sake, please don't point out when other people say things that is like really the most annoying thing ever, right? If somebody's going on and on, somebody that I'm close to or I care about in my life, I might say something like, well, hey, is that really what we want to affirm or whatever? But I really find it obnoxious when people who are spiritual start correcting other people's language. Like someone says, oh, I want to go see that new movie. Well, when you say want, you're actually telling the universe that you don't already have it. Therefore, that is very lack-minded speech. No, now I just want to get away from you and not talk to you anymore. Right. So you don't have to be the language police, but I'm telling you, it will pay dividends for you to be very mindful about what comes out of your mouth. So here's like an example. Okay. I bet you have people in your life because sometimes it's easier to hear this from other people or hear it come out of other people's mouths than it is to monitor your own. Well, if you have little bitty kids, then you know what I'm talking about because you're like, where did he learn how to say that? And your partner looks at you and is like, you get the eyebrow raised and you're like, oh, damn, do I say that? Didn't even realize it. These little tiny mimics might be walking around your house. But if you don't have kids, then you don't have that like mirrored back to you all the time. So sometimes it's easier to sort of spot in other people. So what about, I can tell you one of the people that I know that has the most physical challenges, like of anyone that I know personally, you know what one of her go-to phrases is? It's killing me. She says that constantly. She says that when someone says something funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. You're killing me. She says that when someone's being adorable. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's killing me. I can't stand it. I'm going to die. It's killing me. She says it constantly. Okay, your body doesn't know from sarcasm. It doesn't know from a joke. It doesn't know from sarcasm. It's like your brain just takes exactly what you say and processes it through. You've heard me tell the story before, right? About the girl that I knew in sales who was like wanted to like explode her sales career. She wanted to have like great success in her sales business. And so she kept affirming her name is on fire. She would say that over and over and over. The poor girl caught on fire. She's okay. She had minor burns, but holy crap, if that was not demonstrative of the power of words, I don't know what is. That's not some like singular isolated incident. It's like it happens all the time. So whatever you continually speak and affirm, you will create. So think about that 3D printer, and I will see you in the next video where I'm going to give you some specific tips. Like, what I'd love for you to do is to just begin noticing what's coming out of your mouth. Like if it as though it were someone else's printer, you're just noticing like, oh, isn't that interesting? This person 3D printed an arm, and this person 3D printed money, and this person 3D printed a clock. Like, that's kind of interesting. Whatever. I know a clock wouldn't work. Okay, you engineers, shut it. I get it. It's just an example, right? So just start noticing. And then the very next video, I'm going to give you some specific tips on how to interrupt the pattern of speaking or like in the moment, interrupt when you notice that you're about to print something you don't want, how to create what you do want and how to reverse any effects of what you've already said. All right, so I'll see you back in the next video. In the meantime, just listen, notice what's coming out of your mouth, and try to notice without judgment, okay? All right.